Welcome back, guys, to the battle of the wood-fired pizzas. This is mildly differentiated from Neapolitan pizza because while Neapolitan pizza has serious standards, wood-fired pizza that is not Neapolitan pizza has a lot more freedom for innovation, bringing new flavor and dimension that's uniquely New England, but also a little bit of something else. We started off our journey today at this place called the Brewers Fork in Charlestown, Massachusetts. It is the place where the brewers brew their own brew and fork up their own slices of pizza. Super excited, so let's head in. Welcome to the industrial interior of one of Charlestown's oldest upscale pub pizza joints where everything is literally roasted and toasted in a oven. This place has been around this neighborhood since around 2015. Charlestown, by the way, is one of Boston's oldest neighborhoods, and so this place being such a local favorite has really carried its weight in beer, wine, pizza, and delight for the neighborhood. This place is just as much of a pub and a brewery as it is a pizza parlor. It's got this vibe. It makes you want to chug a mug of beer. Obviously, it's called the Brewer's Fork. I'm assuming that the brewer likes beer, and that's why it's so good for its beer. And the fork likes food, and that's why it's good for its food. So we're gonna put our fork in a pizza today. And this, of course, is a very similar charred, oveny character as our last pizza video. I'm not expecting deep, suffocating crust. It took like 3 minutes, so it's like not 90 seconds, but it was pretty dang fast. On this side, we see the succulent clam pizza, lots of luscious parsley embedded on top. And then here we've got the hot honey, which is like killer bee, super classic. I've been instructed by myself to take from the middle because that's where the best is.
Never take from the outside, it's not representative. Take from the middle. This is how the cavemen indulged in bread.
Oh my gosh, it's like literally falling off. Wow, I love how liquidy and flavorful and oily that honey combines with the salami, the meat, and the sauce embodies juiciness. So good. The crust. This crust is actually quite a bit breadier. Not as much of this charred flavor. It's a preference thing. I've come over the years to appreciate the taste of airy paper. Almost like I didn't eat anything. This is a lot thicker. But if you're hungry, this is going to scratch the itch. I really love the flavor in this. Yeah, last bite, we're gonna mop up all this oil. This is what I would normally do with or without a vlog. And also we're gonna sprinkle just a little bit of this. Ha ha ha. That's like a spicy breadstick on steroids. That's what you need the sauce for, is when you're left with a slightly sad crust, you just dunk it in some BF habanero hot sauce. I'm literally crying out of my nose. That is some serious action. Whoever made that likes the thrills. This one's the biggest one. I'm so curious about this. I haven't had many clam pizzas in my lifetime. Ooh, this has some deeper cheese flavor. There's like a deeper pecorino romano cheese. It really bolsters the clam flavors. I think that clam is the tastiest clam I've had on a pizza. It's like a seafood umami. You've got a little bit more creaminess. I've never really seen a clam pizza that's not white sauce, and I think I'm a big fan. I really like this. I think this is a win for my favorite clam pizza I've had in Boston. This is proof that if you like clams, but you don't like clamminess, just add a pound of cheese and wrap it all up in bread, and the clam will taste really good. To kind of douse it very generously, add some of this. Even more cheese, more love for everybody. Wow. I'm not a conservative sauce dipper, so I have like a pound of ketchup with my one like bag of fries. I will eat the entire pound of ketchup. I love my sauces. This sauce is worth completely destroying. The deep infusion of the essence of pepper in every one of these sauces, guys. Sometimes people use sauce to mask the flavor of seafood or like the bread that you don't like to eat. But this pizza and this flavor is already outstanding. You don't need sauce. You don't need saving. But if you like your spices, there's no way that the sauce and the toppings won't make it better. If you're gonna do it weird and funky, this is the way to do it. This is the right way to American. The salami and the hot honey, if you like pepperoni, if you like feeling happy, you should definitely go for this one. But the clam pizza, if you're willing to be a little bit more adventurous, if you like experiencing the essence of New England, I think it's a must try because it's probably one of the best versions of clam pizza you're gonna get here. We've got 2 more whole pizzas to eat today. See you guys at the next place. Welcome to our second location for the day, Stoked Wood Fire Pizza Company. This place is all Italian influenced, but all American appealing. Super approachable pizzas, really locally sourced ingredients. We're gonna have another pizza. Be stoked to go to Stoked. I used to live very close to this location, the neighborhood of Brookline. I used to be a Brookline native. I used to be a native of Brookline. This place started up in 2016, which is where I started up in time. I came into the city at the time that this restaurant did. I'm such a millennial. Stoked, when I think of the word, I think of how you gotta get riled up. But stoked also means to fan a flame over a fire that is made of wood, that makes amazing pizzas, which is this place. We went with something kind of adventurous, but also kind of familiar. One of the Bianca pizzas that features hot honey and bacon, a sweet and salty fusion. I'm noticing pretty immediately the crust looking a little bit thicker, but feeling quite a bit airier than the last crust. First bite of non-red sauce pizza today. That's bacon if I ever tasted it. That's the crispiest hunk of bacon I've ever had on a pizza. That is toasted. Stoked. That bacon, that cheese, that crispy green pepper, and the crust. I personally think it's chewier and crispier and airier than the last crust, and I like it. A medallion of fat. So shiny. Yeah, that's right. This is not vegan. This tastes like bacon up the wazoo in the best way. I don't go for bacon for breakfast. I know, I'm a crazy human being who doesn't understand. But this is a really great use of that monthly craving for bacon that I have. Add just a little bit of dried herb, even more cheese, and some pepper flakes. Yeah. Never underestimate the power of a sprinkling of pepper and dried cheese. I think the crispiness is the asset of this pizza. Crispy bacon, crispy crust, crispy joy, crispy stokedness. White sauce can taste one factor, one noted for me. This is a pretty dang good flavor profile for white sauce. You don't get a ton of overwhelming one noted white sauce creaminess. Thumbs up.
A few minutes later.
I heard online that they gave out free in-house Rice Krispie treats at the end of every meal. They don't feel like the commercialized packaged Rice Krispies, which honestly I also have a sweet spot for because elementary school. I'm excited to taste this one. Yeah. Gooey in-house goodness. 2 simple ingredients, marshmallows and crispy rice. And that's all you need for a good Saturday. There's a really obstinate cute puppy behind me. All right, We are outside of Area 4, also known as A4. I am super excited because I have once visited this place. I hear there are some really outstanding selections that I have not yet savored on the menu. So let's go and try the pizza. We're here in Area 4 in Technology Square, a super modern, hip, trendy, funky neighborhood in Cambridge. Quite a lot of technological, intellectually classy, funky vibes. Area 4 is a tribute to the district of Cambridge this is in. Cambridge apparently has 13 district neighborhoods. This is the 4th one, and it never got a name. So this is Area 4. For me, it's like if you had 13 children and you had like your Fernandos, your Rosas, you had your Charlies, Sallys, Edwards, Esmeraldas, but then your 4th child you just forgot to name. Last time we came here, we had pizza that was drenched in arugula and then a pizza that was drenched in sunny side up egg and bacon. I did not appreciate this type of pizza the first time I came here the way I appreciated it in this very moment. They were able to take me out back and watch the entire process start to finish. I got to see the insides, the belly of that oven. The heat in there could make a white thing turn charcoal, from an albino cat to a leopard. So beautifully, evenly crispy and burnt. It was almost like a time lapse of that white dough that was flat and lifeless turn into this puffy, outrageous, multicolored monster of a leopard. Apparently, I have been brought over to the dark side of the leopard. There's something about the way that the pizza at Area 4 looks that's like visceral attraction. Butterflies in my stomach. Some leverage with this pizza here. Look at this. Like, I don't even need to get my hands dirty. What if I eat it off of this? That's really fresh. This cheese has got all the other cheeses eat. It's got that truffly, funky, yet approachable best friend vibe. I think the mushroom brings the funk, the cheese brings the body, the appeal, and that crust brings the canvas of promise. This is what vegetarians must love. When mushroom tastes like meat, you don't miss meat because you have mushroom. The crust tastes creamy. The yeast is fermented for 24 hours, unparalleled yeastiness. It's like what I love about focaccia, pillowy, delectable, crunchy and floaty and airy and crispy dinner roll pillow. And it's even better because it's sour, the opposite of boring. He brought that whole pizza twice up against the top of the stove, just to further char that crust and make it unmistakably black. And you can taste every ounce of char in this dough. The way that the smoke dances, romances the crust and the cheese, it makes that funkiness all the more deep flavored. The lady who recommended it said this is the flagship of flagships here, and now I understand why Barack ordered it for lunch. I think it's worth more than just a presidential visit. I think it's worth the citizens' attention. I love mushrooms. I eat mushrooms a lot, but this is probably the best mushroom pizza I've had in Boston. That is a wrap to our wood-fired pizza tour. For the rankings, what is the best wood-fired pizza place? I'd have to give it to Area 4. The dough. The dough. The dough. I have never been a dough girl until now. Never sang the tunes of sourdough until this very moment. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. I think everything that has happened in my pizza adventures has led me to this point of awakening. Everything is better when it's sour, and dough is infinitely better when it is sourdough. For the dough and for the outstanding vegetarian and yet completely transcendent experience, I have to give a clear victory to Area 4 in Cambridge. However, a not honorable but glorious mention goes to our first pizza place today, Brewer's Fork. That brewer and that forker has it down. New England charm at its finest. boomin' bangin' hot sauce. As for Stoked, I loved the bacon. So if you like bacon, go get yourself a slice of Brookline at Stoked Pizza Company. I'm really excited to see you in yet the next pizza video, as maybe you have been waiting for New York style pizza in Boston. You know it now, but for now, thanks and bye.